Sergey, Frank, it's been a remarkable year in shipping, and Sovcomflot has come through it very resilient. How did this happen, and what is the model you're embracing?
Of course, the shipping business is always cyclical and will be cyclical, and we performed a bit better than the majority of the players in the industry thanks to our business model. And we took it deliberately, and we had the great support from our shareholders and the board of directors to take really industrial model in the tanker business. And this model is simply about long-term view on the industry, long-term commitments with our customers, big investments in the technical aspects of our business and the concentration on the quality. So that's our way. I think in today's energy element of shipping, the future is really about strong and long-term relationship between the major players like oil majors and the big trading houses and operators of the big offshore projects and the service providers like shipping companies or offshore companies. And in the future, I think that tendency even will be stronger because of the more pressure from the regulators, because more restricted access to the capital, higher barrier for the newcomers to go to the industry, and the inability of the tourists in the industry to pay due attention to innovations, to the technical capability of the company to meet the growing requirements. So even really long-term players with a longer possible horizon of strategic planning can win.
You've made Sovcomflot to a company which appears to be a model of internal governance and transparency. How are you preparing to come to market, and if you could you give us an idea when that might be?
Oh, you know, it hugely depends on the market as such. And as I've told you once, and I didn't change my mind, so we would prefer to go to the public market when actually there will be a signs of sort of stability and on the financial market, on the freight market. We would prefer that tide will be with us rather than work against us. And we don't have immediate necessity because of our financial restrictions, so our capex is fully funded, so we don't have any pressure. So our shareholders are looking on our IPO mostly on the institutional sort of angle of view. And you mentioned the corporate governance story. Simultaneously, they're thinking that IPO is the best possible way to actually invite even more sort of pressure in the sense of following the highest possible corporate governance standard than in today's our structure. We of course pay the due attention to that, but I think the invitation to the company, fresh ideas, new directors and the best practices, it will be basically helpful. So timing, technically we are ready, I think, and most of the arrangements which company usually doing before is done. We are slightly skeptical about the market this year, so I think at this stage probably somewhere in the second part of 2011, subject to the market conditions will improve.
How long do you think you're going to stay, and what will you do after?
My current commitments at the moment, of course, depends on our arrangements with IPO or whatever. I have to respect my obligation to the company to finish this part of our history. So I think basically until the successful completion of IPO, I have legal and ethical commitments. But you know, I think that I will continue to associate with the company in one or another shape, so because I like it and it's a part of my life. And at the moment, we are a relatively small organization, so and we are not only formal employees, we are friends, and we are basically sharing the same values. So and it will be really difficult for me immediately to be out of this circle of people. So hopefully the board will think about my next assignment, which will be not as CEO in 2-3 years from now, but maybe something interesting enough for me to stay and for the company to have me somewhere in the system.
Absolutely. Well, we'll look forward to covering it. And once again, congratulations to Sovcomflot and congratulations to you, Sergey Frank.
Thank you so much. Thanks. Thank you.